One love, magnificent deep divers of planet Earth. You can hear those birds singing. There's no place I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Breathe with me, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Take that, take that, take that good ass energy I'm sending you today, deep divers. How you feeling? I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're getting your ass into nature so you can meet the cat down the road and I. Now, nobody's going to tell you this, so I have to. We got a whole lot to talk about. First and foremost, if you are watching this video, I want to remind you that you are not little you are powerful beyond measure. I wrote down this in my journal, deep divers, my book of notes, right? My diary. The human being is so powerful, it has to be monitored, tracked, traced, yet still it screams for freedom. Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. The human being is so powerful, it has to be monitored, tracked, traced, yet still it screams for freedom. The true nature of the human spirit is to be free. Why? Because innately, deep down, we know being free is our birthright, okay? Now, so much is happening in the world right now. COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine, but so much is also happening in your own life. And that is very important because nobody's going to tell you this. What I'm about to tell you, so I have to, okay? Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature. So, in the last video, I said it's all a trap. It's all planned. It's all staged because the whole world is a stage. And when you look outside of yourself, you will always be deceived because these two eyes deceive you. To see clearly, you have to go within yourself. Ooh, I like that. By the way, deep divers, I got the turquoise on. Ooh, woo! I'm excited. So, Russia and Ukraine, a lot of people are like, hey, let's fight each other. But no, because we've got to remind ourselves, whenever you say my country, I told you, this is all part of the great trap from the inorganic ones. This force who really control all of humanity. And the only way they no longer control you, is when you see through the illusion. But the illusion goes like this. My country, I'm from Ukraine, right? I'm from Russia. There's going to be a war. So you have to learn this. My country leads to war. War leads to hate. Hate leads to separation. Separation leads to suffering. And when you remind yourself that all of this is part of keeping humanity divided, and we have to be able to see that, oh, I get it. We have been divided through race, religion, nationality. And we all have to remind ourselves that this is all done by design, because if people really woke up to this grand illusion, it's over for the inorganic ones. The cabal is going to fall, but it needs you to be divided. It needs you to be at war with each other. It needs you to be in your ego. But what it is most afraid of is you being in your heart space. They are afraid of love. What, cat down the road? Okay, you see the cat down the road in you. They are afraid of love because love creates a world they cannot control. Oh, I like that. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? There. So don't choose sides. Choose love. Oh my gosh. Say it again, Ralph. Don't choose sides. Choose love. And remind yourself, the greatest war happening is not out there. The greatest war happening is inside here. And when you make peace with yourself, there is no war outside of you. Let me tell you this. Nobody's going to tell you this. So I have to. What do I have to tell you? That you have to unlearn everything that you have been taught from childhood. Why? Because the way you have been taught is what has led to war, is what has led to separation, is what has led to you feeling that you are superior to someone else based on your upbringing. My country is better than yours. My education is better than yours. No. It's sad to say, but the fact still remains. Your parents, teachers, elected officials, they have all failed you. They have all failed you. Why have they failed you? Because they helped to indoctrinate you into the system. The only way out is in. Everything they taught you at school was part of the program to keep you divided. You learned his story. That's his story. It's not yours. So when I began to unlearn everything I thought I knew was the truth, I began to become enlightened. Do you know, deep divers, enlightenment means knowing how much you don't know? Pardon? I said enlightenment is knowing how much you don't know. A lot of people are walking around full of programs, conditioning. This is why the great Terence McKenna said, culture is not your friend. Many people are born into a culture, and this governs how they see the world. And therefore, we must free ourselves of all of that if we are truly on the quest to become free within ourselves. Nobody's going to tell you this. Nobody's going to tell you this, deep diver, so I have to. When I look at the state of the world, I realize that so many people are divided. And so many people are in a state of fear. And so many people are in a state of grief. Yet, this is all done by design to keep you at a low frequency. And therefore, every single day, we must remind ourselves to ascend and rise above the conditions we have all been placed in. We are not victims. We are co-creators of our own reality. But at the same time, we must stop looking outside of ourselves for leaders to... We must stop looking outside of ourselves for leaders to guide us. And we must become our own leaders. Slow motion this side. That is from the book Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. Go and check out that book. And shout out to everyone who's been getting the wonderful Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart who wants to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. When you remind yourself, we shouldn't be following leaders out there. We should be leading ourselves. Because a lot of those leaders, they're not telling you how to meditate, how to come into nature, how to get your chakras right, how to balance your energy, how to, breathe in that good ass prana, baby. 7-day vegan challenge. They're not telling you, hey, eat some more blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, cranberries, blackberries, and boost your immune system naturally. They're not telling you that. They're saying, hey, stay in lockdown, be afraid of COVID, Omicron, all of these things, to keep you in a perpetual state of fear. And I told you, nobody's going to tell you this, so I have to. When you begin to dive deeper, you realize the whole world is a stage. And as you begin to open your eyes, you realize that it is all theater. It is all a stage show. The media are lying to you. Everything you have been taught is a lie. And therefore, you have to question everything. You see, children get it. This is the reason why children are asking questions. Many adults have been so conditioned, they stop asking questions. They accept lies, and the lies get passed on from one generation to the next. We practice our cultures, but our cultures keep us in the lie. Oh my gosh. And therefore, I had to strip away all of that until only the truth was left. That I am a spiritual being having a human experience, a multidimensional being having a human experience. You have been programmed to only identify with what society has labeled you as. And a lot of people live their whole entire life wearing a mask. We see it all around us, but it's not really you. Who were you? And who are you before the world tells you who you are? We got to strip that all away. All of this conditioning from society has to go. Because you see, a lot of people will fight a war, but they will never fight for the freedom of all people. Can you see how the inorganic ones tricked humanity? Because you see, at the top, they all work together. Like George Carlin told you, it's one big club and you're not invited. So at the top, they all work together. No countries, no race, no religion. They only have one agenda, and that is to have world domination. At the bottom, oh, I'm a different skin color than you. I'm better than you. Hey, I'm from this country. It's better than yours. Hey, I have this religion. It's better than yours. But ultimately, we have to see it's only one humanity. What? Slow motion this side. And therefore, nobody will tell you this, but I have to continue to see that you are being played like a fiddle. And the whole world is a stage. And this is the reason why when they read the news, they're reading off a script. When you turn on the TV, they are telling lies to you visually. And they are channeling information to you. And therefore, the only way out of this pantomime, matrix, tacky carnival funhouse is to see it's all an illusion. And the only way you're going to find the truth is to go within. You see, the ancients knew that your dream world is actually the real world, and the real world is the dream world. Oh, you daydreaming? Absolutely. Pay attention to your dreams at night, because that inner world is more real than this real world. And this is the reason why they don't want to promote meditation in schools. I used to work in a school. They don't teach you about your emotions in school. They teach you how to become a slave, how to be separate from your fellow human being. They don't teach you one humanity. They teach you division. And this is the reason why you have to get smarter than the system. You get smarter than the system when you outgrow the system, when you let love guide you, not fear. You see, nobody's going to tell you this, but I have to. They are replacing you with artificial intelligence. Because they want a world without touch, no feeling. Everywhere you go is cashless. Don't touch anything. They want a world without touch, no feeling, a world without smiles, no meaning. Because there is a force on this planet which is inorganic. The Gnostics called it the Archons. You got to remind yourself that we have to choose our humanity over this artificial insanity. Nobody's going to tell you this, but I have to. I want to remind you. Let's talk about life, deep divers. A lot of people say, Ralph, I'm stuck in this job I hate. You don't have to be there. Because you have a choice. I chose to start raising the frequency today. It's my choice. You can choose between love or fear. You can choose to do what you love or complain about what you hate. Don't get a job only to come home to have no energy or time for the life you're working for. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Don't get a job only to come home to have no time or energy for the life you're working for. When you realize you live in a flash of light, we are constantly reincarnating. But in this incarnation, carpe diem. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Anything you want to do it right now. We have chosen, so many people have chosen to worship things, iPhones, laptops, computers, instead of honoring human beings. You see, things were designed to be used. That's all. Human beings were designed to be loved. And the problem with the world is that people are being used and things are being loved. So nobody's going to tell you this, but I have to. When you realize that this entire matrix is a big lie, and the truth can only be found when you make peace with who you really are. Not this fake persona you portray, but the real you. And a lot of people don't know who the real them is because they've been living someone else's life. And if you do not live your life, someone else will. Slow motion this side. I'm like the glitch in the Matrix, deep divers. They gave me the rules, I ripped it up. I became the author of my own life. A lot of people in the world are living someone else's life. You did it because your parents told you to do it. Society told you to do it. People fight in wars because their country told them to do it, but they don't know who they truly are. They don't even know what they're really fighting for. Oh yes, for land. But I told you, the earth does not belong to you or me. It belongs to everyone. How can you own a piece of land, something you can't even take away when you're out of here? Oh, deep divers, we're diving deep today. Ooh-wee! That's freedom, deep divers. Ooh-wee! Did you do that today? Nobody's going to tell you this, but I have to. There are no perfect partners, relationships. Are you looking for the perfect partner? They don't exist. You see, too many people looking for the perfect person without asking themselves, am I perfect too? Because you're not. Nobody is. Everybody is a mixed bag. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You got to learn how to work together. You got to learn how to get through things together. That's what a relationship is all about. But if you are looking for the perfect person, good luck. They don't exist. You are dealing with people who have been traumatized living in this matrix, who have flaws. They can also be wonderful and beautiful, but don't expect the perfect man, ladies. Don't expect the perfect woman, fellas. We have to grow in love because nobody's going to tell you this. I have to. That the love plant has to be watered. It needs sunlight. It needs the right environment to grow. Otherwise, it's going to wither away and die. So love is a verb. Oh, I like that. Nobody's going to tell you this, but I have to. Together we are stronger. When you put aside your differences, when you see someone as you see yourself, the separation ends and now peace is found. When human beings come together, it's like Voltron. They become the greatest force on the planet, but there are entities which have been interfering with human interactions. Social distancing, lockdown. My country is better than yours. My education is better than yours. So when we refuse to be divided, now we reclaim our true power. And this is the only way out for humanity. I want to remind you, if you are watching this video, focus on the world you wish to live in. Don't focus on what the media are telling you about World War III. Focus on the new earth, because they know what you focus on grows. And if enough people focus on love, peace, unity, doing a little samba, baby, this is the world that will be born. And this is the reason why I'm living in this new earth right about now. You're joining me, deep divers? If you are, just say, "Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello?" There. People say, "Ralph, gosh, how come you're still doing it, looking 15 years old?" I told them, and I tell them, when you are in your purpose, you're always protected. Why? Because the universe is my bodyguard. Breathe with me, deep divers. One more time. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Nobody's going to tell you this, so I have to. Your story matters. You were told it doesn't. That's the biggest lie ever. No, your story needs to be heard. And it will be heard if you place value on it. I love all of you, deep divers. Much love to all of you. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! War, huh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Be free, make peace within yourself, and there will be no war outside of you. Ooh, I like that. Leave a comment down below, deep divers, of love and appreciation. And if you are saying being free is my birthright, the cat down the road loves you. Peace.
Free Ukraine.
Yes, thank you.